Okay, sorry. So for 2-point perspective, we're going to start with the corner. We're going to try and draw the same building. 2 points means we have 2 vanishing points. So let's go ahead and start by, I like to start by doing a corner. So try and leave the same amount of space maybe, okay, and draw it about the same length. So maybe like that. Alright, and so our vanishing points, let's go ahead and make them about the same height. They can be different distances away, but they need to be on the same horizontal line. And I'm not sure, this vanishing point may have needed to be, or the horizontal line, horizon line, might have needed to be where our vanishing point is. So this time around, just to make sure that our vanishing points are on the same horizontal line, let's go ahead and put in a very light line and make sure both of your dots are on that horizon line. We'll draw it darker later, but for now just keep it nice and light. So now we are going to, basically these are the vertices now. I guess they're not vertices because it's not a shape, but these are the ends that we will connect both directions. So we're going to create those lines going all the way back to the vanishing point. In both directions. So the ones on the right will go back to the right vanishing point. The left side will go back to the left vanishing point. Okay, so again, we need to stay parallel with this front corner. So if you look at the building, it's longer to the right, shorter kind of in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a parallel line longer on the right, but then not go quite as far on the left, making sure it's parallel. Alright, so now to be able to make the peak of this gable roof here, we need to find the middle of this, okay? Now how we find the middle in 2-point perspective is we need to draw a diagonal very lightly from each corner across. So top right corner to bottom left, top left corner to bottom right. And where they cross is your center, okay? So where the lines cross is where you're going to put your little gable peak of your roof. So if this were a little line, a parallel line, everything needs to stay vertical. That little line goes right through the center that we just created with those diagonal lines. And then you want to just kind of go as high as you feel like looks similar to the top building. Alright, so once you find where that center of your peak is going to be, the next step is to draw your lines down to create that front face. Now you could do this in 2 different ways. So basically here we have a new vertex that needs to connect down to this right vanishing point. And then the end of this roof line should stay parallel with the front roof line. Okay? So you could either start with the roof line, and you're going to probably end up having to erase a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to make my line so light, and obviously it's way longer than it needs to be. And I'll zoom in on this so you can see it a little bit better. And then I'm connecting this top vertex, the top of my roof, again, down to that vanishing point, but I know where to stop now because I made the end of that roof line. Okay. And then you can clean everything up. I'm going to go ahead and outline my finished building in the black marker so that you can see it from all of my guidelines. All right, so once you are done with your building, so I was wrong on 1 point perspective. This vanishing point should be on the horizon line. So just make sure your horizon line and your vanishing points are on the same line. So if I zoom out, you can see the same building using two different versions of perspective.